Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to study about the next topic, that is Newton's second law of motion. So students, before that don't forget to like and subscribe my video and do mention your name, class, section and roll number in the comment section. Students, we have discussed that momentum is the amount of motion present in a body. It means that if a body is in motion, the body is moving, then the body will have momentum in it. And if the body is at rest, the body is not moving, then we say that the body is not having any momentum. So in simple terms, you can say that momentum is motion. Mathematically, momentum is defined as the product of mass and velocity. Momentum is represented by small p, mass is represented by small m, and velocity is represented by small v. So we can say that P is equals to m into v. Today in this lecture we are going to study about Newton's second law of motion. Newton in his second law said that the rate of change of linear momentum is directly proportional to the external force applied on the body, and it takes place in the direction of force applied. Now, what is the meaning of this statement? Let's make it simpler. Just focus on the underlined words. The rate of change of linear momentum, I have written here. Directly proportional, symbol I have made, and it's directly proportional to external force. So, I have written force here. So we can say that rate of change of linear momentum or rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the external force applied on the body. Okay. So now what is the meaning of this rate of? If any time you see this word rate of, it means you have to divide that quantity by time. So change of momentum upon time taken. As it is, you will write down force and directly proportional. Now force is directly proportional to change in momentum. Now change in momentum means the final momentum and the initial momentum. Change means how much the body has changed its motion from the initial point to the final point. So to find out the change in momentum, you will subtract the initial momentum from the final momentum. Okay. Now what is the formula of final momentum? See, momentum means mass into velocity, and final momentum will be mass into final velocity. So final momentum will be m into v minus initial momentum will be mass into initial velocity. So initial velocity is represented by u. So you will write down mu. So force is represented by F and time is represented by T. Now F is directly proportional to mv minus mu upon T. Can you take m common from both the sides? Yes, we can take m common, and in brackets I will get v minus u upon T. In chapter 8 motion we have studied that v minus u upon T is nothing but acceleration, as acceleration is rate of change of the velocity in the body. So F is directly proportional to m into a. Now students, whenever you get the sign of directly proportional in physics, so to remove that proportionality sign, you have to do two things. You have to put an equal to and you have to put a constant whose value will never change. So F will be equal to k and a. I am again repeating, to remove this proportionality sign, do two things. Put an equal to and a constant. Experimentally, it has been found that the value of k is 1. So F will be equal to ma after putting the value of k as 1. So we get to know that force is nothing but the product of mass and acceleration produced in the body. So we have force is equals to m into a, that is mass into acceleration. Now students, we want to define this force. We want to know that what is force. So to define force, you have to make these two quantities as 1. Okay. So in SI unit, mass will be 1 kg and acceleration will be 1 meter per second square, as it is the SI unit of acceleration. So if mass is 1 and acceleration is 1, then force will also be 1, because 1 into 1 will give you 1, and the SI unit of force is Newton. So 1 Newton will be equal to 1 kg in place of mass and 1 meter per second square in place of acceleration. So how much will be 1 Newton force? See, it's very simple to define 1 Newton of force. Now we are in the condition to define that how much force is present in 1 Newton. So 1 Newton is the amount of force which is acting on a body, and the body should be of 1 kg, which is able to produce an acceleration of how much value? 1 meter per second square. So again I am repeating, 1 Newton is the amount of force which is put on a 1 kg body to produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So that much force is known as 1 Newton. So students, we can say that the second law of motion is very important, as it gives the definition of force and it tells us the relation between the force and acceleration, that is force is equals to ma. So students, this is all for today. In the next video we will study about the applications of Newton's second law of motion. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next lecture. Bye bye.